Morning all, Wednesday the 5th of January. So we're halfway through the first week of the year and stock markets are pushing higher. We could still be in a situation where we could get a head and shoulders pattern here in the Euro stocks, but obviously looking less likely now. We are pushing higher, so I wonder if we're going to get a retest of the high we saw in November for the Euro stocks. Same thing for the German 40 DAX or the German DAX 40, looking less likely that this head and shoulders pattern will form, which is a good reason, which is, as I said to you yesterday, don't preempt and don't sell short on this rally in the hope that the head and shoulders pattern forms. You got to wait until we break the neckline. Obviously, we're not breaking the neckline and pushing up towards the all-time high there. Now, interesting situation in the US stock markets. Let me just zoom in on this one. We've got the Nasdaq seeing a bearish engulfing candle yesterday, so quite negative, not a huge sell signal, but quite negative, back below this quite important line, which remember we were selling this level all through the end of November and the beginning of December, and it really did work very well indeed. And we're back below that line now, so that for me is a little bit more negative. We've got the 50-day moving average and a trend line which we're just sitting on, so we have to watch that just below 16,200, but that's obviously a support level for today in the cash market. S&P, we saw a new all-time high yesterday, but it couldn't be sustained. You see these series of dojis, we're not actually getting a lot of movement, which is hardly surprising, of course, because first week of January is not exactly full market participant conditions. So we're getting kind of markets probing up, probing down during the day and closing very near the opening price. I should think that might go on into the end of the week, with volumes picking up a little bit more next week. So as I said yesterday, I'm not really trading much. The one trade that I personally did was to buy gold down around the 1802, 1800 area, which worked really quite nicely. I'd hoped we'd go a little higher. We're up to the sort of the mid-teens, 1814, 1815. We stalled, so I actually ran the position overnight when I woke up, and the market was still at the same price. So I thought, okay, I'll just get out now. So that's probably will be my only trade of the week, but I'm happy with it. Gold could continue higher. There isn't any particular resistance here, I don't think. Let me just have a look at the 4-hour chart. If you are long and you're holding the long position, I think you could be okay. I need to get all this one. Is that working? There we go. Yeah, 4-hour chart. Well, potential bearish engulfing candle. As you can see, the new high for this little move up, followed by potential close below the previous low of the previous. Sorry, the low of the previous candle. That's what I'm trying to say. Who knows? Maybe even below the low of the candle before that one. But anyway, it's 4-hour chart, and this hasn't closed yet, so we don't know for sure. If that doesn't result in a bearish engulfing candle, then obviously we could continue higher. It's difficult because we're very much in a sideways trend, so the moving averages aren't very reliable even. Right, what else do I want to move on? Oh yeah, US 30. Now that also made a new all-time high yesterday. Yeah, we've broken above the previous all-time high. Nice green candle, all looking pretty positive there. It's just the technology sector, the Nasdaq, which maybe was already a little bit overbought and is struggling. WTI crude. Now here's another potential head and shoulders pattern. Again, don't go selling it yet. We have to wait for the neckline to break. The neckline is all the way down at, there we go. Well, it's all the way down about 63.00. So, we've got a long way to go. But of course, if that were to break, we would have another significant move to the downside. But right now, without a negative candle, at least on the daily chart or particularly the weekly chart, then I wouldn't be selling into this right now. It looks pretty strong. Let's just have a look at the short-term chart actually for WTI crude. Let's see what the 4-hour chart is showing me. Anything that I should be aware of. We're trading above the moving averages, so that's fairly strong. Certainly finding support the 50. Yeah, I don't see anything particularly negative here right now. Certainly nothing on the candle side of things. So yeah, oil could probably push higher, but if we do get some sudden negativity, then we can start wondering about a head and shoulders pattern. That's it really. Not much going on. Bit wild. I'm not getting involved in the forex markets myself. I have obviously posted all the levels and some trade ideas for you, but I think it's just a little bit too whippy, a little bit too unpredictable for me, and as I don't really want to start the year with a big loss. So I've banked the profit in gold myself. I hope you've done something similar on that one, and I'm just going to sit on the sidelines now and wait as I see gold coming, just easing off as I speak, in fact. Yeah, I wish I had more for you, but I don't, and I don't want to, as I say, get too heavily involved in these thin market conditions. Unless I see something really exciting, then I'll let you know. But for now, that's it for me for today. I'll catch up with you again tomorrow, Thursday.